Vibration Therapy Network. My name is James Uberti, here working for you to raise your vibration so you can live as healthy and happy as can be. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to forgive, how to let go, and how to change your perspective on those people, situation, and events that have lowered your vibration and caused unnecessary stress, anxiety, and depression in your life. If you feel you've been wronged, unappreciated, or disrespected, then this episode is for you. However, before we get started, I wanted to take a few moments to demonstrate one of the most powerful breathing techniques that relates to this episode and over time reprograms negative thoughts and perspectives no matter the situation you're faced with. So let's get started. The breathing technique I'm using today in this episode to help you forgive and let go is called the I Am Positive breathing technique or exercise. This breath work is very effective because in order to wire and fire a new positive belief or change a self-sabotaging behavior, you must fight fire with fire. What I mean by this is in order to change a negative thought or behavior, you must use the same force to put out the fire of negative thoughts and bad behaviors. Since the brain is a biocomputer, when rewriting or rewiring a certain program, you must use a certain type of code. This type of code that we're using on this very effective. It's called the I Am Transformational breathing technique. When you use these words, the brain recognizes this as to be code and uses it to rewire and fire a new program that raises your vibration and must be repeated often every time you have a negative thought or a situation that you want to change. The reason for that is because we have two brains. We have the conscious brain, which is the brain that we're communicating with now as you're listening to this podcast, and the subconscious brain, which basically is the habitual brain. And when we were young, we developed a bias or a program that fires and wires either a positive bias or a negative bias or belief, the traumas in our life that we experience as children. So in order to change negative behaviors into positive ones, and to make it much easier to forgive and let go. In order to change a negative vibration to a positive program, you must be repetitive or habitual. This is how the brain rewires and fires a new positive program over time. So this breathing technique works best if you're currently experiencing a stupid mistake of your past or a current situation that isn't serving you or fear of the future, or perhaps that you're holding on to a grudge from someone that has wronged you or did something to you. I want you to go to a place where you can be by yourself, and I want you to deeply breathe in through your nose and repeat one of the positive I am affirmations. I am forgiving. I am loved, I am confident, I am happy, I am powerful, or I am blessed, or one of my favorite, everything goes my way. Choose one of these that best serves your needs in the moment. Next step is to hold your breath for a half a second or two, and then I want you to think of anything in your past, mistake, current situation that you're in that is not serving you, or the grudge that you're holding on to, or something that happened to you in your past. I just want you to exhale it out through your mouth as aggressively as you inhaled positive affirmation through your nose. Let's do it now. Take a deep breath in through your nose. I am powerful. I am forgiving. And then just as aggressively as you inhaled, I want you to let go any negative things, grudges, or anything that doesn't serve you as aggressively as you inhaled through your nose. Continually repeating this breathing technique every time that you have a negative thought or situation that is stressing you out. When you practice this breathing exercise, you're reseating your subconscious with a positive message that you are not a victim of your life, but a master of it. The benefit of this breathing technique fills your body with life-giving oxygen that is needed now more than ever before because we live in a perpetual state of worry and anxiety. As a result, we're often breathing shallow and depriving our bodies of one of the most important elements second to food and water, which is oxygen. When you do this breathing exercise, It regenerates your cells, gives you clarity, and fills you up with a positive frequency that rewires and refires a new program, a new belief, a new positive mantra that puts you in control of negative thoughts and resentment that's blocking and weighing you down and holding you back from raising your vibration, forgiving, and letting go. So let's change gears for a minute and talk about the word forgiveness. Forgiveness and letting go is something that we need to do in order to raise our vibration so we can live a healthier and happier life. By easily saying, I'm sorry, or I forgive you, you move on and let go, no matter if it's yourself you're forgiving or someone else. This practice and new belief about forgiving and letting go elevates you to a higher state of happiness and self-love. What I discovered in my own life is that act of forgiving is a state of belief, and through this breathing technique and these positive affirmations, it will rewire and refire a new belief about moving on and letting go. At some point, forgiving and moving on no longer becomes a practice, but a state of mind that becomes a part of your new belief. In other words, forgiveness no longer becomes an action or a thing you must do, but a new perspective and vibration where you become the master of your thoughts. And like the water on a duck's back, the negativity of others simply rolls off you just as easily. When you have control over your thoughts, reactions, and situations in your life, it shifts your internal state of being and raises your vibration and gives you the power to forgive and let go. Lastly, I want you to practice microscopic gratitude, which will help you let go of the past and allow you to focus on all the blessings in your life. And what I mean with microscopic gratitude is to focus on the smallest blessings in your life that we often either don't see or take for granted. Reflecting on gratitude at the end of the day is by far one of the best practices that you can do to help rewire and refire a new state of abundance and appreciation. When consulting with new clients, I ask them to stay focused and reflect on all that's going right instead of all that's going wrong in their day. In previous podcasts, I talk about the average person has up to 60,000 thoughts a day, and unfortunately, most of those thoughts are negative, self-deprecating, self-sabotaging thoughts that affects our moods and our judgments and lets others affect us easily. By focusing on the smallest blessings in your life, we no longer live in a state of lack, but we live in a state of an abundance that helps us get through the trouble spots or negative things that happens to us. For an example, microscopic gratitude focuses on all the green lights that you go through in the day and think how blessed you are that the universe wants you to easily travel through life, or great parking spots that you manifest, or food in the fridge, clothes on your back, sheets on your bed, a kind word, a compliment, a smile, a positive situation, or things that happen to you no matter how small the positive gesture is in that day. Make it your bedtime passion and obsession to practice gratitude every minute, every hour, every day, and at the end of the day, I want you to reflect on all the blessings that you have in your life and all the great things that happened in your day. When you find yourself struggling or you're in a low vibrational state, practicing these principles will help raise your vibration and allow you to go through life much easier, happier, and healthier than before. In summary, practicing these principles doesn't mean that you will not be hurt by others or mean that you will not go through pain or difficult time. But by using these principles, you will have a heightened perspective to see the opportunities in life, no matter how tough they are. Know that practicing these steps will most certainly raise your vibration to forgive more and worry less. My name is James Huberti, and always look for opportunities to raise your vibration. If you found this content to be helpful, please follow, like, and share with others that you feel can use to raise their vibration so they can live as happy and healthy as can be. Until then, live well, be strong.